Loading in the gate, Greg McCarran. Anything wrong with the 2-year-olds? Greg still can't hear us. Let's go to Tom Durkin for the call.
And final one to move into the starting gate will be Honor and Glory. They might think it's Mutter's Day here at Belmont with all the rain, because the Phillies have won all the races so far, but we know that a Colt is going to win this one. In the gate for the Juvenile. And they're off. Seacliff getting out first. Appealing Skier rushing up on the inside. Honor and Glory has good early speed. And in between horses, Hennessy is right there, and Blushing Jim out of the chute and up the back stretch. And it is Appealing Skier flashing his early speed now out to get the lead. Blushing Jim will put the pressure on now. Seacliff is 4 wide. Hennessy comes on through. He's now running 3rd. Seacliff is 4th. Honor and Glory just off the pace now. He's back running in 5th position. Unbridled Song is back racing in 6th. He's never been that far behind. Odile the Maiden is now 7th. Sampras down on the rail is 8th. Winter Quarters is 9th. Diligence is 10th today. And then farther back, Secreto de Estado. And the 2 trailers are Editor's Note and etc. Appealing Skier up the backstretch and a blitz through the first quarter in 22 and 2. Blushing Jim moving to his neck now. Hennessy is poised on the outside now. Hennessy revving up and seizes the lead at the half-mile pole. Hennessy short lead. Blushing Jim right there. On the outside, Seacliff draws into dramatic contention now. Appealing Skier is dropping out of it. Unbridled Song in traffic. Room at the inside for Sampras, who's coming on through. Honor and Glory will be spun out 5 or 6 wide. Winter Quarters in with a chance, but he'll need some running room. Odile down inside, etc. Nowhere to go. Wide open in the Juveniles. The field turns for home. Unbridled Song taking the lead as the field turns for home. On the outside, Hennessy and those 2 will come down to the final furlong together. Hennessy in a full-out drive. Unbridled Song giving his all toward the rail. Farther back, Honor and Glory is now running in 3rd. Editor's Note is 4th. Unbridled Song and Hennessy in a duel down to the line. Unbridled Song, Hennessy, here's the wire, and it is Unbridled Song who wins by a head. A hard-fought head it was over Hennessy this afternoon in the Juvenile. He usually goes right to the lead, not today. Off the pace, a brief but brilliant season for Unbridled Song.
Mike Smith with another victory, and $1.2 million looks like a bargain for this colt, Unbridled Song. Remember the story? They thought they had sold him to Japanese interests $1.2 million. The Japanese turned him back, and Ernie Paragallo, the Paranex stable, is glad they did. On the inside, on the rail, Unbridled Song and Mike Smith. Donna Barton and Hennessy on the outside. Those 2 battling all the way down the lane. And in the final strides, Unbridled Song, an unbridled colt bred in Kentucky by Mandy's Land Farm, gets the victory. Let's go to Greg now with Mike Smith.
Thanks, Tom. Mike, 3 weeks ago when you were going in the gate, you told me you called this colt your Little Holy Bull.
It's my Holy Bull Junior, Greg, and he proved it again today, boy.
Today,
Holy Bull.
Today it looked like he got bumped a little bit leaving the gate. Was that why you're so far back?
Exactly, but, you know, it was only the 2nd time out last time, and he kind of unwound on me. Since then, we've tried to teach him to gear down and come from a little off of it, and it's worked. They did a tremendous job with him, Greg.
It sure did work. Congratulations once again. Back to you, Tom.
All right, Greg, it's hard to keep up with him even now. 2nd win of the day for Mike Smith, his 10th overall. Unbridled Song in the Juvenile. Mike Smith aboard Unbridled Song, who takes the money in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, and did it despite a rough start. Trevor Denman, give us a head-on view of the action out of the gate.
Well, it sure was. Here's Unbridled Song right here, going to come out of the number 6 stall, and just to his outside, number 7, Blushing Jim, is right in here. Now watch just after the start. You'll see Blushing Jim come over. Doesn't really collide hard. However, it does unsettle Unbridled Song. You can see right there, throws his head up a little. Mike Smith has to grab a hold of him. He drops in way behind the horses over there. So if he had lost by a head or a neck or even a half a length, there would have definitely been a justifiable excuse. And right now, Mike Smith is getting all that mud thrown in his face and wisely takes Unbridled Song to the extreme outside so that he can see where he's going. Mike Smith can see where he's going. That could have been a potentially dangerous thing there, but he overcomes it and goes on to win today's Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Outside, Donna Barton looking to make history here in the gold cap. She did everything possible, but of course Unbridled Song has now got through down there, and Unbridled Song takes a narrow lead. These two are just head and head throughout the stretch out here, and it could only be one winner on the afternoon. And tonight it was Unbridled Song on the inside who just outguns Hennessy. Donna Barton doing everything she can here to write her name into the history books, but of course Mike Smith has all that experience behind him. Win number 2 for him on the afternoon as he uses his brute strength here to push Unbridled Song to about a neck win over Hennessy. Bob?
Well, it's a very gracious Bob Lewis, the owner, congratulating Donna Barton on a great ride, and I know that, Mr. Lewis, you loved what she did on your horse Hennessy today.
I tell you, very much we loved it. Yes, Hennessy did us a great deal of pride, and Donna Barton just rode a magnificent race. We're so proud of her and so thrilled to have her on Hennessy today. It just worked beautifully.
Donna, Julie had a tough second with Mr. Greeley, and now you have a tough second on Hennessy. Tell us about the stretch drive and the duel with Unbridled Song and what you were thinking down the lane.
Well, when I turned from, I still had a lot of horse. I know that this is a long stretch, but I knew I could hold off a strong challenge. Unfortunately, I had a very strong challenge by Unbridled Song, but my horse gave me everything that he had, and he ran all the way down to the wire. I couldn't ask for him to do anything more than that.
Tell me, of all the Lucas 2-year-olds, Hennessy had been your favorite all along, and you got a chance to ride him today thanks to Gary's move to go to Honor and Glory. It worked out well for you.
Well, I feel like I was blessed. It's an opportunity that you just don't get every day. Obviously, just once a year to ride the Breeders' Cup as it is, but I did like Hennessy over the other 2 colts, and I was blessed to have the opportunity to ride him today.
Well, sometimes folks in racing, owners are not happy with riders after a given race. Not so in this case. Bob Lewis thrilled with the effort that Donna Barton gave him today on Hennessy. Good job. Okay, back to you, Tom.
It was a fine effort, Bob. Hennessy finishing second to Unbridled Song. It returns 1240, 810, 670. Hennessy 850, 670. Editor's note 790. The exacta 108.50. The trifecta $1,100. $6 with Hennessy running second. Lucas will be shut out this Breeders' Cup day. Only the 5th time in 12 Breeders' Cups that has happened. Unbridled Song giving Mike Smith his 6th Breeders' Cup win overall. Hennessy, editor's note, as Lucas runs 2-3. Then Honor and Glory, and as you see the rest of the finish, all the way down to Appealing Skier, who loses for the first time, and Blushing Jim 13th. Now Mike Battaglia for the trophy presentation.
Thanks, Tom. Owner Ernie Paragallo on my left with trainer Jim Ryerson making the presentation. Tom Garove, the zone manager of the Buick Motor Division, and Mario Daddario. Tom?
Ernie, on the behalf of Buick Motor Division and the nearly 3,000 Buick dealers across the nation, we'd like to congratulate you, and I'd like to present you with the Breeders' Cup trophy. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Ernie, we all heard the story about this horse being sold to Japanese interest. They found a flake in his knee or his ankle. I bet you're glad they found that flake.
I'm very glad they found that flake. We were very happy that they sent him back to us after the sale. I was a little reluctant to put him in the sale in the first place. So when we took him back, we told him at that time we were going to win the Breeders' Cup with him and the Triple Crown.
You're right on part of it. And, Jim, you did a heck of a job getting this horse ready. He must have been a bit short on the Champagne. He came out, set those torrid fractions. Today he had a little trouble out of the gate. Do you think that might have really helped his chances?
Well, I think he was real sharp for the Champagne, and that might have hurt him, as you said. And he isn't always good out of the gate. And with the big field today, that got him shuffled back a little bit, and as you said, that might have helped him. I thought overcoming the traffic that he had today, he put himself in a different position he had ever been in. He really handled it good.
It was a huge race. Congratulations, guys. Back to you, Tom.